going on, my YouTube fam? Savage Tech back in the building. And today we're gonna bring you another build. Meshliscious. Ssupd for the Savage Tech in me. Alright, let's do it. Shout out to my man John. He suggested I try this case. And we're gonna do it today. And if any of you guys and gals have any requests, drop them in the comments. And Savage will definitely try to make that happen for you. This case has been sitting around for about 4 weeks. I've been having camera issues, and I've been trying to perfect my technique. Stay tuned as this gets better and better. Want to send a shout out to everybody that's supporting the channel, the likes, the subs, and the comments. Keep them coming, baby. Let's build this channel up. I want this to be a community where we can meet and greet, talk about all this tech, and help each other out in the time of need when we run into problems or issues. That thing is beautiful. So right here is your front panel cables. The case materials feel very premium. 4.0 riser cable for your graphics card. 120, 140 mil fans, or 280 or 240 millimeter radiator. GPU bracket. We'll get into more of that later. Let's start this thing up. Right here's your drive bay. 2.5. Ties. .90-degree HDMI cable comes with the kit. I don't have to buy nothing separate like the Hype Revolt 3. Check that video out too. Put a link in the description. And you should see one right up on the screen. screws for the case. Those are extra connectors, or should I say clips, for the case. As you can see right there on the left and right top of the case, those are those clips. That's some kind of rubber bumper. That right there is the piece to adjust your motherboard tray, so you can put in a bigger graphics cards or some more space to maneuver some stuff around. And of course, the manual. All right, let's get rid of this top frame so we can get better access to everything. I've been using this small screwdriver for a while. Man, I'm really digging it. I'll drop a link below. Yeah, it seemed like this thing being a little stubborn. Yeah, but Savage slipped up. I left a screw in. The real do it from time to time. Now we have a little more room to work with. EVGA 850 PSU, that's what we rolling with today. Remarkable little beast. So we're gonna get our cables connected. That was the CPU cable. This is our VGA cable. And we have our power supply cable. So we already have our bracket mounted to the case for the SFF power supply. And those are the screws. You can remove that plate. Remember, this case can hold a standard ATX power supply, which I love that option. The Revolt, I don't think it gave me that option. Boy, Savage gonna try some left hand action. Yeah, you didn't think I could do it. Like I said, I'm open up for any ideas, comments about anything else you would like for me to do. Reach out. Savage will hear you. Remember to put your I/O plate in. I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to do this. And I've done a lot of PCs. So we're gonna run the CPU cable under the motherboard. And I suggest you plug it in before you mount the motherboard. It makes things a whole lot easier. Once you get that first screw in, is on. A lot of cases have a mount anchor on one of the screw holes. So you attach your motherboard to that anchor mount first, and then you can easily align all the other holes up. All right, now we're gonna attach this 4.0 graphics riser cable to the motherboard. What you wanna do is line it up, push it till you hear that click. This is your power switch and LED power supply. These came all separated, but I like the ones that's already attached. And this part can get a little tedious. As you see, I had to take my glove off to deal with it. For best case scenario, I would suggest you connect these before you secure the motherboard to the case, if possible. Oh, finger cramp. I got something for that. I know you've been wondering why Savage had those needle drivers right there. Now you get to see them in action. Bam. Done. All right, this is your USB-C header, which goes to the USB-C header on your motherboard. And this is your USB header, which goes to your USB header on your motherboard. Done. I'm trying to squeeze every inch out of this cable. EVGA, I need 1 or 2 more inches on this cable. Work with me. Work with us. Ain't that right, fam? So, it's stitching cable needed. So on this rip, I'm gonna drop a EVGA AIO 240 rad in this case. And I got a 5700G. If I had my 5950, I would go ahead on and put a 280 millimeter rad, which this thing can hold, which I like that. That's another great option about this case. Even though the Revolt 3 can hold a 280 millimeter rad, it doesn't support that ATX power supply. That will be a nice upgrade for your next one, hike. Also remember, when you are installing this 240 millimeter radiator, to leave your bracket screws loose so you can line the holes up on your radiator. The radiator bracket screw. Now I have to go back and loosen those up again to adjust the radiator. Just make sure you leave them loose straight from the rip. Yeah, a little cable management is needed at this point. This cable management might not be the best, but we'll push through it with hard work and dedication. You can believe that. Some people say a rice grain size. I say whatever works for you. Because at the end of the day, you got to clean up the mess. Now, before you go and just slapping that thing down on the CPU, make sure you get the orientation like you want it. you know. But if you don't get it right the first time, you can always pull it up and redo it again. Using my magnetizer, demagnetizer. This is a diamond in the rough. And this when we make that smart screwdriver pay for itself. So now I'm just gonna crisscross, torque it down, snug, don't over tighten. All right, so this is your AIO header connection to the motherboard. On this motherboard, it's in the middle. And if you don't have an AIO header on your motherboard, connect it to your CPU fan header. Take your time with that cable management. It'll work. Play with it till you get it the way you want it. Hard work and dedication, baby. So I'm not going to control my fans through the IO pump connection. I'm going to control them straight through the motherboard. And I'm going to hook them up via splitter to the CPU fan header on the motherboard. Right back to this cable management. I need clearance for the panel, so I have to get the AIO hoses out of the way. That looks pretty good. What you think? All right, here we're gonna connect that top frame mount back, our bracket. And from what I understand, the aluminum bar that you see on the right hand side, there's a smaller one that came in the kit. That will give you a little more room for your graphics card if you connect the smaller one. If you agree, say yay, yay. Also, there's a screw on the opposite side at the top hand of your screen, right on the left hand side of the motherboard. You will need to move that too. And also the other screws that are connecting the motherboard plate to the chassis. All right, now I'm putting in a screw on the GPU bracket to mount the GPU. Don't tighten it all the way, leave it looser. Just a little. This is the shot of the motherboard headers. This is the GPU mounting bracket and riser cable. $3080 Ti. Just lining up everything. As you can see how that screw is holding the graphic card in place. Don't forget to push that little white tab down at the top by your riser cable. This is going to secure your GPU right there. That's your other screw right there. Just running the power cable to the GPU. See, I have my clearance. And this is how I routed the cables. This is the 90-degree HDMI cable that came with the kit. They suggest putting this in now. Time for the moment of truth. $100. I love it every time. This case is sweet. The build quality is there. It's mesh. No worrying about the cooling. I ran Blender about 3 or 4 times for the CPU and the GPU. Sorry about the screen size, but I tapped out at about 66 degrees Celsius for the CPU and about 59, 60 degrees Celsius for the GPU. And I'm definitely not worrying about this thing running hot. If I will put a 5950 in there, I will put my 280 rad in there. That's about it. I mean, and it's ready for those 4090 graphics card. That's gonna be sucking 600 watts because you can put a full power supply in it, a full ATX power supply. That with the 280 rad, man, you can't lose. The only problem I have with the case, it is going to be a dust magnet. But other than that, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Savage Tech out.